Sean Diddy Combs was just weeks away from shaving 18 months off his federal prison sentence, but one explosive prison yard brawl reportedly destroyed his entire early release plan. On July 20th, rumors broke that the disgraced mogul choked out another inmate at Fort Dix, sending his billionaire status straight into solitary confinement. You would think a man who narrowly dodged a life sentence would keep his head down, yet he reportedly crashed out over a simple insult. Now, the internet is aggressively divided. Half of social media claims Diddy was target-baited in a calculated setup to strip his early release privileges, while others argue his legendary ego simply couldn't handle inmate trash talk. Losing radio privileges, commissary access, and his ticket home over a petty dispute is the ultimate fumble. So, was this a ruthless prison chess move to keep him behind bars? Or did Diddy actually ruin his own freedom? Let's dig into the receipts. The timeline of how this story broke shows just how wild things got behind bars. On July 20th, around 4 p.m., reports started popping up that Diddy got moved straight to solitary confinement at Fort Dix. Insiders claim he got into a physical fight and choked another inmate out. Reporters immediately reached out to Diddy's legal team, but they couldn't confirm or deny anything while trying to figure out what actually went down. People naturally asked why anyone would mess with a high-profile figure facing serious time. Insiders pointed out that prison inmates constantly test celebrities, assuming famous convicts are soft without their private security guards around. Social media blew up immediately, and people on X started digging into Diddy's history. Radio host Charlamagne Tha God weighed in, reminding everyone that Diddy has a long habit of grabbing people in clubs, even with security standing right there. Online commenters agreed, saying Diddy isn't a pushover and never backs down from a fight. But acting tough inside a low-security federal prison is a completely different story. Fort Dix lets inmates mingle freely, which makes reputation games extremely dangerous. Falling for a taunt means losing every perk your expensive lawyers fought for. To see how much Diddy just lost, you have to look at the exact prison program he risked. He is serving 50 months for transporting prostitutes, a sentence many already called a light slap on the wrist. But Diddy was enrolled in RDAP, the residential drug abuse program. Finishing this program gets inmates a full year off their sentence plus 6 months in a halfway house. That 18-month shortcut meant Diddy could have walked out on furlough later this year. But RDAP has a strict zero-tolerance rule for violence. Getting into a fight gets you kicked out instantly with no second chances. This strict rule is why setup theories are blowing up on Reddit. Former Fort Dix inmates explained that convicts often target guys who are close to getting out. Inmates doing long sentences naturally resent celebrities getting early furloughs. They will intentionally throw an insult or make a disrespectful comment just to get a reaction. If you hit back, you get sent to solitary, lose your good time, and get booted from RDAP immediately. Diddy reportedly fell for the exact provocation designed to ruin his early release timeline. Mainstream outlets like ABC News eventually confirmed the fight, citing official sources familiar with the incident. Their report stated another inmate made a disrespectful comment that sparked the whole thing. When reporters asked the Federal Bureau of Prisons for a statement, a spokesperson gave the standard response that they do not comment on disciplinary matters for security reasons. That official silence only made people speculate more. The internet is now pointing out the irony of a music mogul trading a year of freedom just because he couldn't ignore prison yard trash talk. Solitary confinement, known as the hole, makes this mistake hit even harder. Being stuck in disciplinary lockup means no radio, no commissary, and no phone calls. You are isolated in a small concrete cell for 30 days, or even longer depending on the hearing. For a billionaire used to total luxury and control, 30 days of zero contact is a harsh reality check. Commentators are calling it the ultimate wake-up call for someone who thought his fame made him untouchable in the feds. What makes this situation almost funny is how laid-back Fort Dix usually is. Former inmates describe it as a calm compound where stray cats roam around and prisoners can adopt them. Fights rarely happen unless people get tied up in gambling debts, contraband liquor, or prison hustle games. That contrast makes Diddy's sudden lockup look even worse. Online analysts argue a man with his resources should have stayed out of trouble, petted the compound cats, and quietly counted down his months toward freedom. As the story develops, a wild theory is emerging about Diddy's next move. Rumors are circulating that his legal team might use this 30-day lockup to lobby for a presidential pardon from Donald Trump. Supporters argue 50 months was already too harsh, while critics laugh at the idea that a RICO defendant deserves a pardon for getting into a jailhouse brawl. Whether this fight was a trap set by a jealous inmate or just Diddy's ego taking over, his quick ticket home is officially gone. Diddy traded 18 months of early freedom for a single moment of prison yard pride, leaving his legal team scrambling for a miracle. Whether you believe he was target baited by a rival or simply couldn't control his own temper, his release date just took a massive hit. The big question now is whether his team can pull off a presidential pardon or if Diddy serves his remaining time in the hole. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more coverage. I am JLR Investigates. Stay tuned.